What is going on, y'all? My name is Spice. This is Spice Can't Fish. Today we are out here at one of my favorite little ponds to fish. Haven't really had great luck out here this year, but it's finally fall time, my favorite time of the year, both for fishing and just in general. I just love fall. But these fish should be getting off of their summer patterns. I noticed when I came down here, a lot of the grass and submergent vegetation has all died off, so it seems like these fish are going to be a little bit easier to locate and a little bit easier to fish for. So I brought a bunch of moving baits out, as well as a couple of just finessier stuff. We've got a fluke, a chatterbait, a lipless, a big swim bait, just a bunch of different stuff to see if we can get them to bite. But yeah, I'm just super stoked to get out on the water. Again, it's my favorite time of the year to fish, as well as just my favorite time of the year in general. So I'm really excited to see what these fish are gonna be doing. But yeah, without any further ado, we're gonna get the kayak launched in the pond and see if we can link up with a few bass. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into the fishing. Start over here throwing a little lipless real quick, see if we can't pick a couple of fish off. If not, then got a few other things that I like to try. See if we can't get bit today. Is that a bite? I think so. What the hell? Oh, we still got it. Got him, little guy. Oh, okay. Oh, he popped off. Come on. All right. I was trying to switch something up for a sec and try reeling on the wrong side, but that really messed me up. So we're gonna go back to normal. God dang it. Yeah, I doubt I had that guy hooked very well. Got the most weak ass hook set on him. Oh, there's a bite. Does he have it? I think he's got it. Got him. Oh yeah, that's not a bad fish. Oh geez, that's actually a good one. Oh, that's a real good one. Holy crap. Whoa. Whoa. Holy shit. That's a nice fish. Holy crap. Come here, buddy. Whoa. Got him. Dude, look at that thing. Woo. Oh. All right, buddy, calm yourself. Very thin fish. All right. Okay, buddy. Woo, look at that. Choked that freaking fluke. Love it. Not a super fat fish, but a nice long one for sure. There we go. Oh, nice. That is a really nice fish. All right, I'm gonna put him on the scale real quick. Also get a length on him, and then we'll get him back in the water. If I can find my scale, that is. Looking like a 379. Holding at 379. That is a really nice fish. I'm just curious how long this thing is. It's about 20 inches. Yeah, wow. I'm impressed. 20-inch fish that's under 4 pounds. Wow. That is a long, long fish. All right, Big Mama. Appreciate you. Go on. Have yourself a good old fall. She doesn't know she's unhooked yet. There she goes. Later. I don't know where she was going. She headed straight to the bank, but she swam off great, nice and strong. Let's go. Man, I was not expecting that. I went to go twitch my jerkbait, my soft plastic jerkbait, and just felt like I ran into a log. So I waited a sec. He was all the way out there. Freaking set the hook into him. He didn't feel that big up until he got close to the boat. and then he started really pulling. That was freaking hectic. Let's see if we can get ourselves another one. Gonna have to put another one of these on. By the way, the bait that I'm using is the Salty Super Fluke, the Arkansas Shiner color. I believe this is the 5-inch size. It's just the regular size, but sweet looking little color. Does a great job imitating just any sort of bait fish, bluegill, shad. It's a great little color for just imitating just about anything. Big fan of it. And then I'm just taking this chartreuse spray and just spraying it on the tail a little bit. Ends up looking like that, so just the tail's a little bit chartreusey on the bottom. That one I kind of oversprayed a little bit, but usually I just like the tails dipped a little bit. That just kind of gives it a little bit of a glow. Looks a little bit more like a bluegill, which is what these fish tend to be eating on up here in Colorado. But yeah, we're gonna get this thing rigged back up and see if we can't find ourselves another fish. Like another one that size. That was freaking fun. Ooh, here's a fish. Little guy. There we go. Wow, really little dude. Switched up to the lipless and wow. All right, here we go. Another little bass. Calm yourself, buddy. There you go. Sorry about that, buddy. Hooked him in the tongue a little bit. Not quite the size of the last one that we caught, but I'll take that. See ya. Switched up to the lipless to try and buzz it over the top of some of this grass. Wasn't working super well before, but I figured I'd give it another shot. I think 4th or 5th cast, that little dude came up and clocked it. Again, not a big fish by any stretch of the imagination. What am I stuck in now? Oh, that's a fish. Holy shit. Oh, that's not a bad one. First cast with the frickin' chatterbait. Oh yeah, good fish. Here we go. Oh shit. Where are you going, buddy? It's like popping it. There we go. Nice, little guy. Probably about 1.25 pounds or so. I'll take that. Switched up to the Guggen Squad clickbait with a little crack and across a trailer and was rewarded with a nice little fish. Awesome. All right, buddy, I'll see ya later. Wow, that was fast. It was literally like my 1st or 2nd cast with this thing. All right. Switched up to a bladed jig. This is the Guggen Squad clickbait. And I just picked it up because it's like one of the more brightly colored natural bladed jigs that I have in my box right now. So I figured I'd give it a go for a sec. And I think that was first cast with that thing. It's just kind of moving it kind of slow. Thought I got stuck in some grass and then the grass pulled back. There's another one. There's a fish. There we go. Little guy on a bladed jig. Sweet. Come on. There we go. I will be taking that back. Thank you. Later, buddy. Alright folks, that's going to do it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This is probably going to be the last fishing video that you guys will see this year. I've got a couple more videos that I'm going to put up with just some random footage that never made it onto the channel previously. But other than that, we're not really going to have any other real fishing videos where I go out and just take you guys through a day of fishing. As I'm filming this outro right now, it's actually December 20th, so we're definitely well past fishing season, at least out here in Colorado. Most of our ponds, lakes, and stuff are frozen, so I'm not really able to go out and do any more actual fishing until next season. So y'all are probably going to see some more sit-down style videos, some more unboxing, stuff like that as time goes on through the winter. I just don't have any more fishing content to put up for you guys, unfortunately. But real quick, I wanted to go over what we caught fish on today because we did catch fish on a whole bunch of stuff. It was just kind of like a junk fishing day. Didn't really get a consistent pattern going, but it seemed like they were just eating a little bit of everything. It's kind of a confusing time of the year for me to fish. I don't usually have the best luck in fall, although I do tend to catch some big fish. Like you guys saw in today's video, we caught that almost 4-pounder, pretty much like a 20-inch fish, very long fish, could be a really good sized fish in the spring. But for whatever reason that fish wasn't filled out. I noticed a lot of the bigger fish in that pond tend to be really thin. I don't know why that is. I don't know if they don't get enough food or they just don't have a lot of stuff to eat. There are a lot of really big bluegill in there, so maybe they can eat some of those, but for whatever reason, any of the big fish that I catch out of that pond seem to be really skinny. But yeah, I had that one bite as well as caught that one big fish on this bait right here. This is a Zoom Super Fluke. This is the Arkansas Shiner color, I believe it is. Just kind of like a good natural bait fish kind of color, kind of like a darker back and then more of a tan-ish, goldish kind of belly. Very interesting looking color. This color is one of my favorites that Zoom makes in their Super Flukes. It's just a great all-around imitation of any kind of bait fish, whether it be a bluegill, a crappie, like a shad or a shiner. Even most minnow species look pretty similar to this. I just feel like it's a very good, neutral, natural color. Imitates all sorts of bait fish. And I don't have this tail dyed, but we were dyeing the tails in a little bit of chartreuse dye. That just kind of helped it stick out a little bit more in that dingier water that we were fishing in today's video. But yeah, got a couple of bites on that, and then I switched over to a lipless crankbait. This is the Ima Suspending Vibe, I believe. I don't remember exactly what color that is, but I'll have everything linked down in the description as always. If you guys want to go check any of this stuff out, you can see the exact colors, the exact sizes, exact everything that I was using today. But yeah, caught that one little fish on this thing, and then just never really got any other bites with it. I think it was getting bogged down in the grass a little bit too much, so I switched over to one of my favorite grass fishing baits ever, that being a bladed jig. And we managed to catch another couple of fish on those. We did actually end up fishing 2 different bladed jigs. I started with the Guggen Squad, I believe it's the clickbait. I don't know what color this is, like perch or fire perch or something like that. Again, link down in the description if you guys want to go check it out. I like the clickbait if you're fishing really shallow. I noticed that bigger blade ends up keeping it higher in the water column. I think they say that it's supposed to do the opposite, but at least in my experience, I've noticed that it stays really high in the water column. So I like to fish it a lot of the times when I'm fishing over really shallow grass, or really just anywhere that's under 4 foot deep. I've found that this bait really excels. Again, it stays really high up there, so if you have some thicker grass like what we were dealing with today, it tends to stay over that pretty well. The only issue that I have with this bait is it's not the most weedless. It's got that giant big blade on the front and then also has that big old arm with a bunch of stuff hanging off of it, and just those two things together I feel like doesn't really add up to a really good grass fishing chatterbait. Again, this thing's really good in open water, really shallow water, or somewhere where there's sparse vegetation, but while we were fishing today it was just a little bit too thick, so I ended up switching from this bait over to this one. This is a different bladed jig. I believe this one is made by Champion Jigs. I have no idea what color this is, but it's also just kind of like a natural bluegill color, a little bit less aggressive, standouty than the perch color that we were throwing before, but it's got enough color and enough vibration and stuff that it's pretty easy for these fish to find even in that dingy water. So I wasn't super worried about the color. I did want to start with something a little bit brighter, which is why I chose that perch color, because it is a little bit brighter of a color, but this seemed to also work as well. And on the back of both of those chatterbaits, we're using this as a trailer. This is the Guggen Baits Kraken Craw. I believe this is the summer craw color. It's just kind of like a green pumpkin on the back and then more of like a chartreuse on the bottom. Really interesting color. Again, stands out really well in off-colored water. Does a great job imitating a bluegill's tail. If you guys have ever seen a bluegill's tail, they tend to have a little bit of chartreuse or blue in them. And we caught a couple of fish using this as a trailer. Those wide kicking appendages that the Kraken craw has, I've noticed keep a chatterbait or a bladed jig up higher in the water column than like your average craw or beaver style trailer. But yeah, I really do like these Kraken craws. I think they're a great little bait, especially for like a bladed jig or a swim jig trailer. A lot of these heavier thumping craws, like the Rage craw, the Kraken craw, a bunch of stuff like that, anything that has those really big flanges or appendages at the end, tend to give off a lot of vibration, but they also keep the bait higher in the water column. So if you're fishing over shallow, heavy grass like what we were fishing in today's video, this definitely works really well as a bladed jig trailer. I don't usually use craws as a chatterbait trailer. I usually use them for like a swim jig trailer or a regular jig trailer, but I've noticed that chatterbaits in general have a good amount of lift to them, so they don't necessarily need that extra help from the really heavy thumping chatterbait trailer. So for me, at least personally, I like stuff with a little bit less action on the back of my chatterbaits, but for today's video, it actually helped out a lot because we did have that really shallow grass and we were trying to stay over the top of it. But yeah, that was the bait selection that we used today. Again, I'll leave everything linked down in the description for you guys. I really hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button, let me know you guys like the content, and subscribe if you want to see some more from me. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me, y'all. Check them and wreck them, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.